Alright, so the Resident Evil 4 remake is now made official as we saw a trailer of it at the PlayStation State of Play event, and so I'm just going to kind of go through it and give my opinions on everything and just what I think of it. So, based off of the few times that I've already seen it, because this isn't like a first reaction or anything like that, but based off the first few viewings of it, it already seems like it's going to be darker than what the original Resident Evil 4 was. So that's interesting. And then right here we get like a slight flashback of him communicating with the president, so that's kind of cool. Got Ashley running away. I'll come back to that later because I actually have a theory on that. Ashley again. A lot of Resident Evil 8 vibes here. The main hub of the village looking good.
Picked the wrong spot to vacation, eh?
It's our boy. Even this trailer has, they have like a certain style that they do their trailer in, and it has a lot of similarities to that of Resident Evil 8.
If I could just forget what happened that night. The pain.
Leon,
For a second.
I'm not digging Leon's design, to be honest.
This time, it can be different.
It just looks too much like his rookie cop form. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I mean, it comes out March 24th, 2023, exclusive to PS5 in terms of PlayStation. Now, this was a PlayStation event, so they're not going to like announce the Xbox or anything like that. But on PlayStation, it's only going to be on PlayStation 5. So that is interesting. If you're like me and you haven't got one yet, you've got like 9 months or whatever until you can get your hands on a PS5 to be able to get this on opening day or opening week or whatever. But let's see. Let's go back over here to the beginning and check out some of these things. This part's kind of interesting, that they're going to basically implement a moment with the president. Like that's kind of cool. You get like a little flashback with Leon talking to the president. Now, I actually want to see, because this almost, Leon looks a little different right here than he did earlier in the jacket. Like this version of Leon looks a lot more like his Infinite Darkness design almost, to a degree, compared to what he looked like at the end of this trailer when we saw his face. Because at the end of the trailer, in the car, when he's in the car, he sort of looks like Resident Evil 2 Leon reused, but this almost looks sort of like a video game version of his Infinite Darkness design in a way. Which his Infinite Darkness design wasn't terrible, but I mean, certainly better than his RE2 design. Okay, so this right here, I'm interested in, because Ashley is running away within the village area, and that has me wondering, could she have a playthrough moment in the village where we actually play as her and we're trying to escape from all of these Ganados and stuff like that? That could be their angle to introduce more horror in the game, is play as Ashley during the village rather than just that one very brief moment in the castle like in the original. They could have a moment where we play as her in the village. So I think that is an interesting concept. And there's something else that I'll add to that when we get there. Something to add to that little theory. I'm pretty sure this is Ashley again, which also supports my idea that maybe we play as her. Alright, so this is the main hub of the village, and I gotta say, it's looking pretty cool, you know, I mean, pretty iconic. You can recognize a lot of things. This is obviously where the officer is getting cooked up. This looks like it's the tower that you can climb up to get like shotgun ammo or whatever. I would imagine that behind us is where the church is and everything like that, because you didn't see it there. So we've got our guy Luis here. Seems like he has a very similar outfit from the original. It's just instead of gray, they changed the color up on him and stuff like that. But pretty much the same outfit, which is nice. I like it when the characters have similar outfits. Alright, so we've got some Ganados. If I can get it. The lighting part right there, we go. So this is obviously the castle, and one thing I've noticed in this trailer is that you don't see the island segment in the trailer. You only see the village and the castle, and that kind of makes me wonder, could they have cut out the island? Okay, let's go back. Oh wait, what? Del Lago, or whatever its name is, the giant fish monster, is fortunately going to still be here. You can base it off of this, but let's go back for a minute, because we had Ada Wong. Her design looks pretty cool. They obviously have gotten rid of her iconic dress, which is kind of unfortunate, because I would argue that Resident Evil 4 Ada is probably the most iconic design for the character, with the red dress and the white butterflies on it. But this is a pretty cool design. I mean, I like it. It looks a lot like the Resident Evil 8 concept look for her, in a way, you know, like I'm getting that vibe to it, which gives me fingers crossed that they're using this model of Ada for Resident Evil 8 DLC. I mean, fingers crossed, please, come on, let's do it. But I like the design. It looks cool. I'm hoping, like I said in my video of things I want to see in an RE4 remake, I'm hoping that Ada gets a whole campaign rather than just a separate ways deal. Oh wait, there it was. This continues. This right here is obviously after the Del Lago fight. This is him going into the cabin, about to pass out and everything. But okay, here it is. Chief Mendez. This is interesting to me because a lot of people were theorizing that he could have a pursuer role, but based off of what we saw with Ashley running around in the village and stuff, I think he is a pursuer for Ashley, not Leon. And that's going to be the horror aspect, is that he is pursuing Ashley as she tries to escape. And this is what that is. Because this angle that we're seeing this in does not look like a cinematic angle to me. This looks like a cutscene of gameplay, potentially. But it also does give me a vibe of like a cutscene of some sort, in a way, because if you look at this right here, there is a scene in the Resident Evil 8 trailer that is a mirror image of this, if you know what I'm talking about. It's the lady that she turned out not to be a villain. She was the lady that like welcomed everybody in the village and stuff like that were survivors, and she sent her husband out to get help or whatever. In the trailer, she's in a hallway similar to this. So they kind of reused that in a way, but I could see this being gameplay. And I could see him being a pursuer towards Ashley, and that's why she's running around by herself in the village, is because she's trying to escape this guy who is pursuing her. So I think that's their angle with Chief Mendez in that regard. And I think it could potentially work. You know, I think that could be interesting.
It begins.
And then we've got Sadler, and this, let me go back, because I mean, this right here, hold on, let me get it. God, it's so tough to get these because these frames are like so short. There it is. It's very blurred out, but I mean, obviously we know who this is. This could be the one shot that's at the island. I don't know, but I don't think it is. I think this is when he is getting injected with the egg in the village, but it could be the island. I doubt it, considering that no other scene is in the island, so why would this one be there? But Sadler's looking pretty promising. I mean, it seems like they're staying true to his design based off of what we can see here. He still has the staff with all the plaga tentacles and stuff coming out of it. He still has the hood and everything like that. Can't see his face, obviously, but seems like they're staying true to his design, so I do like that. Wait, what was that? We saw something for like 2 seconds, or not even that, like a second. What was that? It's just like a splat. I can't. Yeah, we can't make that out. I don't know what that is because it happens so fast. Yeah, it's like it's Sadler. Is he shooting lightning? Hold on. Let's go playback speed. Let's do 0.5. Alright, let's see what this is. Let's dissect this real quick. Okay, this is before it happens. It's right here. Oh, snap. Hold on. Let's slow it down a little more. Let's do 0.25. Is this him injecting Leon? I think that's what that was. Okay, hold on. Yeah, this is the staff. This is Sadler. That is totally got to be what that is. That is Sadler injecting Plaga into Leon. That has to be what that is. I can't think of anything else that would be. So that's interesting. Instead of it being injected with like a syringe or whatever, he's actually doing it himself. So he actually has that ability now. So that's actually cool. That's interesting there. And I could be completely wrong on that, but I mean, like, what else could he be doing right there? Because he still is carrying the staff, like we just saw the scene right before this in the trailer. So that is my guess, is that he is injecting Plaga in Leon right there. So let me put it back on normal speed. I just wanted to check that out because it was so brief. But yeah, I think that's what he was doing just now. And then I think that's the end of the trailer, basically. Yeah, so here, see, right here, he looks different to me. But again, you can't see his whole face. I just want him to look more mature. I don't want him to have baby face rookie cop Leon.
It can be different.
So yeah, there we go. That is the trailer for Resident Evil 4. It's got some positives to it. I'm hoping the merchant is still in here. I'm hoping then that the island is still in there. Even though the island was my least favorite part of the game, I do hope it's still there, or at least if they add to the castle and the village, I hope that they do it in a way that makes sense, because I don't want there to be like some weird, okay, we have a boss fight in the village and then we have 2 boss fights in the castle. Like, I don't know how that would work, but I don't know how they'll do it. I just hope that they do it all appropriately. I hope that the rumors that I heard about Krauser getting cut out completely are not true, because that would really suck. But it has some promise to it. I just hope I can get a PS5 by then so that I can actually experience it within the time frame that it comes out and not much later. But we shall see. I will go ahead and end this here, and I will see you all on the next one. See ya then.